Eternal God, on this great day of celebration and achievement, we give thanks for all that has brought us to this day, for the sharing of experience, for the opportunities of study and research, and for the fulfillment of goals. We give thanks for families and friends, teachers and supervisors who provided support and encouragement, especially through difficult times. Bless all our graduates today as they set off into the world on the next stage of their lives. May they find strength as they use their newfound wisdom and skills to transform lives locally and globally in the relief of suffering and the conquest of disease. Give them courage as they seek to uphold healthcare and care for those in need. Help them to maintain the optimism of today through the realities of working life. Grant them compassion in the consultation room, at the laboratory bench, and by the dental chair or bedside, always understanding how their actions will impact on the hopes and lives of others. As our graduates' lives unfold, professional and personal, make us proud of them as they stand up for what is right and put service of others before self. And may they always be proud of this, their university. Help us all to go forward with a spirit of anticipation and adventure to meet whatever challenges lie ahead. Amen.
Please be seated. As Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University, it's a great honour and a privilege to welcome you all to this morning's graduation ceremony. It's the last of 3 ceremonies this November, and it is really fantastic to see the Caird Hall so full. And although this is a formal occasion and we respect its traditions, it's also an occasion of great celebration and joy for everybody who's here. So I really want to encourage everybody to feel that joy, to express your enthusiasm for the graduands as they pass across this stage, to be doffed by the Dundee bonnet and then to become graduates of this university. I call upon Vice Principal Carl Lydecker to address the Assembly. Carl.
Vice-Chancellor, Lord Provost, graduands, Honorary graduand, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by welcoming you all to your graduation ceremony in this, our 50th anniversary year. It has been a time to reflect on our achievements, but also to look forward with ambition, a position similar to the one you find yourselves in here, with your university days behind you, but anticipating the life which lies ahead. Since our establishment as a university in 1967, we have had to make our mark quickly, and we have done so to the extent that the Times Higher Education ranks us as the best in the UK and in the world's top 20 of young universities, those aged 50 years or under. This is good news because it tells us that being 50 can still be regarded as being young, which I am sure will be welcomed by some of the parents in the hall today as it is by me. It is a notable accolade as it comes at a time when there is increasingly fierce competition from around the world. We are also one of the world's top 200 universities, and the pressure to retain that status becomes greater every year. we see other nations investing heavily in higher education and in research. We have to operate in a challenging landscape where there are many big questions still to be fully resolved, from how we fund students to the complexities of free movement of people across borders. To be successful and to continue to be amongst the world's best, we have to be innovative, we have to be flexible, and most of all, we have to maintain a commitment to excellence in all that we do. I hope that you have seen that in your time here. You, as students, have been at the heart of everything we do. A vital part of how our success is measured comes through the various student surveys and assessments of our teaching. In these, we have consistently been rated amongst the best universities in the UK, capped by a Gold Award in this year's inaugural Teaching Excellence Framework. As students, you have helped shape what we do and who we are as a university. It is part of our DNA, and something that is certainly not taken for granted at the majority of universities across the country, that students are placed at the heart of our operations, represented on all of the key decision-making committees and groups that steer the university's business. It is one of the things that makes Dundee really special. And we should not be in any doubt that it is truly extraordinary what has been achieved here and can be achieved here. From a small dot on the map on the east coast of Scotland, and in a university that is relatively small when compared to some of the global giants, we have done remarkable things. Over these past 50 years, we have pioneered innovations as diverse as flat-screen technology and keyhole surgery. Many of the satellites and shuttles launched into orbit have circuitry designed and built here. Our biomedical research underpins global efforts to tackle cancer, diabetes, and tropical diseases which kill millions each year. We have become one of the world's leading centers for forensic sciences research. From captains of industry to activists for social change, leaders across the healthcare services to Turner Prize winners and politicians, our alumni are transforming the world and the way we look at it. We are pushing ahead on an upward curve. In these past few years, the time you have been students, we have risen dramatically across all of the league tables, pushed into the top 10 in the UK for graduate employment, hopefully good news for all of you, and led the way in widening access to higher education in Scotland. We are attracting more people, students and staff, from around the world to Dundee. Many of the nationalities across the 140 so countries of our community are drawn from will be represented in the hall today. We are a more international institution than we have ever been, with record numbers of applications to come and study here. And I believe this creates a diversity on campus that enriches our community and culture and that of the city. We will continue to be international in our outlook. We are at the heart of the new developments which are changing the landscape of the city, most obviously in the central waterfront, where we see the V&A Museum of Design nearing completion on the banks of the Tay, a project which originated here at the university. In all of this, I think you can see the influence of our central mission to transform lives locally and globally through the creation, sharing, and application of knowledge. I believe that as we celebrate our 50th anniversary, we can not only look back at great achievement, but forward too, and with confidence that we will have even more to be proud of. And as I said earlier, I'm sure the same applies to you, our graduates today. It has been tremendously encouraging throughout this 50th anniversary year to welcome many of our former students back to the campus and the city to hear them tell their own stories and talk warmly of their time here. I hope that in 30 or even 50 years, people here will be talking about your own achievements, and you will be sharing your own warm reminiscences of time spent at the university. As you cross the stage today to receive your degrees and then step out into the world as a graduate and ambassador for the University of Dundee, I and the university community wish you all the very best for your future. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl, for getting us off to an inspiring start. I call upon Dr. Joe Corlett of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences.
Vice-Chancellor, before the nursing graduates are presented, I will ask them to assent to a declaration that they will maintain traditional standards of professional conduct. Will the nursing graduates please stand? I solemnly promise to use, to the best of my knowledge and ability, the art and science of my profession for the good of those under my care, and to make the preservation and restoration of their health my constant aim. I shall keep secret anything I see or hear in my practice that should not be divulged. I shall constantly endeavour to improve my knowledge and skills within my profession and to share useful discoveries with my fellow practitioners, whom I promise to hold in fraternal regard. These things I shall do for the benefit of those whom I seek to serve and for the honour of the profession that I now join. Do you make this promise? Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. I think that always makes me feel quite emotional, and I'm sure it does to you as well. It's a very important and solemn part of the process this morning. Now I call upon the Dean of the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, Professor Lynn Kilbride.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Where are they? A bit slow off the mark.
Kathleen Allen. Shane Clarkson. Francesca Corcoran. Haley Adam. Lauren Aitken. Angus Allen. Lisa Anderson. Angus Allen. Jessica Atkinson. Nicola Bailey. Caitlin Bailey. Leanne Barr. Emma Barry. Lauren Bennett. Priscilla Bebby. Holly Bissett. Jordan Black. Kimberly Black, Carla Blakey, Eunice Boaki, Chelsea Brannan, Jamie Bray, Lorna Bray, Leomi Bridge, Natasha Brown, Rachel Brown, Gail Bullock, Sarah Bullock, Jacqueline Burness, Caitlin Butler, Fiona Byers, Nicola Campbell, Rachel Campbell, Bethan Carmichael, Laura Cavallini, Laura Chalmers, Zoe Chambers, Emma Christie, Georgia Clark, Katerina Clark, Rona Clark, Evelyn Clark, Rachel Clark, Rebecca Clarkson, Lindsay Clues, Emma Colgan, Heather Cook, Melissa Cook, Catherine Cool, Jane Cowan, Erin Crowton, Chloe Crutchley, Emma Cunningham, Lauren Curley, Maria Curran, Christopher Curry, Yasmin Downey, Dolores De La Losa, Eve Dennett, Lauren Dewar, Gabriel Diver, Lisa Dodds, Katrina Docherty, Gemma Doig, Mandy Donnan, Rachel Donnett, Sarah Docherty, Kelly Duffy, Rachel Dunbar, Natalie Duncan, Amy Doon, Sarah Edwards, Kirsten Fenton, Robin Ferguson, Ruth Fleck, Martin Ford, Kimberly Fox, Iona Freeborn, Aoife Gannon, Holly Geeter, Lynn Gallanders, Claire Gervin, Rebecca Gordon, Abby Gowans, Emma Gray, Emily Greenhaw, Bernadette Hannah, Stephanie Hansen, Beth Harrison, Owen Hart, Cara Henderson, Christy Henderson, Karine Herd, Tanya Hiles, Deborah Hoy, Caitlin Holder, Kirsty Honeyman, Natalie Howie, Shona Heslop, Ikra Iqbal, Gemma Ives, Jessica Jenkins, Megan Gentas, Sarah Johnston, Megan Kelly, Ronetta Kemp, Maxine Kendall, Caroline Kennedy, Emma Kidd, Megan Keelty, Sarah King, Craig Kinnear, Roberta Laird, Latasha Linton, Stephanie Linton, Daniel Lister, Louise Long, Megan Loney, Kirsty Lothian, Shannon Loudon, Hannah Loudon, Melissa MacDonald, Natasha MacDonald, Alexandra McKinn, Amy McKinn, Sandy McLeod, Samantha Mayer, Laura Maley, Stephen Mann, Jodie Mahoney, Michael McAteer, Hayley McClelland, Laura McCluskey, Kira McGann, Niamh McGuinness, Rona McIntosh, Cara McKee, Claire Mackenzie, Bronya McEwen, Emma McEwen, Ailsa McLarnon, Shona McLaughlin, Jenny McLean, Susan McLean, Rebecca McMorrow, Florica McSweeney, Kerry McWilliams, Jacqueline Mercer, Gemma Messenger, Emily Middleton, Neil Miller, Annie Miller, Jodie Mills, Naomi Morton, Elizabeth Murphy, Carly Miles, Gianna Nelson, Helen Nicholson, Jahari Niven, Athena Audi, Hayley Payton, Aileen Penny, Lisa Penny, Kerry Perry, Lauren Petrie, Royce Porter, Aoife Power, Hannah Quigley, Sarah Raitt, Paula Ramsey, Caitlin Reddington, Sarah Redmond, Kelsey Reedy, Lauren Reynolson, Kathleen Rennie, Callum Ritson, Rianne Roberts, Cassie Robertson, Anna Rodriguez O'Neill, Alice Rogers, Rebecca Rogers, Sarah Rooney, Kelly Ross, Samantha Ross, Claire Ryan, Grania Scullion, Joanne Shepherd, Rebecca Shoesmith, Emily Short, Emma Simpson, Jade Simpson, Louise Sloan, Ali Smeaton, Shirley Smith, Sonia Smith, Donna Snedden, Rhiannon Somerville, Claire Stark, Shannon Stawarski, Jan Stenhouse, Claire Stephen, Debbie Stephen, Erin Stevenson, Marvin Stewart, Leona Sweeney, Matthew Tate, Kieran Taylor, Amanda Teep, Callie Timmins, Marissa Tobin, Paige Torbett, Gavin Turnbull, Benjamin Vale, Kirsty Watterson, Rebecca Watson, Robin Watson, Shannon Watson, Caitlin Watt, Cheryl Watt, Sinead Waters, Jamie Lee Watts, Indiana Webster, Judith Welch, Kirsty Welsh, Amy Whitelaw, Katie Wilkin, Keir Will, Samantha Williams, Nikki Wilmshurst, Natasha Wilson, Sheridan Wilson, Karen Young, Malena Zul, Mary Aitken, Pippa Albert, Stephanie Arthur, Linda Bowen, Taylor Cameron, Rachel Campbell, Kevin Cowie, Jessica Cunningham, Megan Dalrymple, Amanda Ferguson, Lauren Gallagher, Emma Giblin, Lisa Gibson, Gemma Guthrie, Valerie Hickey, Amy Lang, Catherine McLaren, Louise McPherson, Laura Matska, Fiona McCartney, Kelly McCurgan, Shawnee McLeod, Rachel Morgan, Ailey Morrison, Robin Petrie, Sarah Scott, Nicole Skinner. Ellie Stephen. Nicole Stewart. Rebecca Strain. Anna Trezzi. Claire Vaughan. Kirsty Louise Ward. Louise Wilson. Kendall Barker. Emma Baxter. Ashley Begg. Christina Berry. Katie Boiter. Angela Cooper. Adele Davidson. Rebecca Fortune. Callum Franklin. Demi Gallagher. Nicole Garland. Julie Hanlon. Deborah Henderson. Kaylee Jameson. Holly Kay. Kirsty Killiard. Hannah Marshall. Karen Martin. Lauren McIntosh. Greg Meehan. Christopher Moran. Emma Morris. Louise Phillips. Christy Powry. Rosemary Reid. Kirsty Robertson. Brian Simpson. Eleanor Squires. Jenna Warbeck. Rachel Wilkinson. Jennifer Wynne. For the Diploma of Health Studies, Lauren Forgan. For the Postgraduate Diploma in Quality Improvement, Gail Smith. For the Master of Research, Isabel Mahota. For the Master of Science, Eliza Jenkins. Ariane Kaleya. Sally O'Brien. Margaret Morrow. Karen Tosh. Olivia Banda. Allington Mungu. Charmaine Shembry. Jean-Philippe Duneval. Margaret Swanky. Christy Whitten. Mary Kamau. Frida Maburu. Angela Miller.
Well, that was a bit of a marathon, wasn't it? But you did exactly what I asked you to do, and I thought that was a great celebration for all of you. So well done for that. But I also want you to say a big thank you to Professor Lynn Kilbride. It's her first time in this ceremony. She is the new Dean of Nursing and Health Sciences. So I'd like you to give her a big Dundee welcome. I call upon Professor Rami Aboud, who will present the School of Dentistry and then the School of Medicine graduates.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Dental Public Health, Tariq Himida, Michelle Shahid, Promise Ushika, and for the Master of Forensic Odontology, Niha Dama. For the Master of Research, Anam Iftikhar, Shruti Santosh, Meena Vanamala, Razia Wahaj, and for the Master of Science, Ludovica Gorza, Wanwisa Namwon. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Yasser Al-Nasiri. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Postgraduate Certificate in Medical Education, Lubna Al-Muzayyan, Arwa Al-Ghamdi, Ian Bertram, Nathan Dul, Alicia Ong. And for the Postgraduate Certificate in Medical Education, Chiahani De Silva. For the Master of Medical Education, Musa Al-Abri, Akinkunmi Alwa, Linda Chan, Alina Chong, Andrea Daly, Richard Harrington, Thomas Mammon, Corinne Owers, Krichaya Ruchuachai, Tanokson Tietavorn, and for the Master of Research, and for the Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Education, Tomahiro Arai. And for the Master of Research and somebody turned up, right? Okay. Master of Public Health, Zunira Ali. And for the Master of Research, Andrew Burns, Nareem Chiner, Lisa Crozier, Andrew Hall, Declan White, Catherine Johnson. And for the Master of Science, Zahra Akbar, Razan Al-Karni, Zena Ali, Morven Dean, Spiridon Panagiotis Telegianis, Joyce Dennis, Clementina Keruki, Shireen Nanyakara, Turkan Ostaz, Erika Bulo, Yanling Lin, Iris Willard, Yulia Zida, Kayu Zhang, Eddie Jackman, and for the Master of Science by Research, Kirsty McNeil. For the Doctor of Medicine, Eleanor Robertson. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Fiona Ashford. Adam Dowd. Linda Smith.
I call upon Vice Principal Carl Lydecker.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to invite you to confer their degrees in absence upon the candidates who have been unable to attend this ceremony.
By the authority of the Senate, I confer these degrees.
Now we've reached a very important moment in this ceremony, because when I give the signal in a minute or two, we're going to join in a collective celebration. There's always a bit of rivalry between the vice principals at the three ceremonies as to which ceremony is going to really raise the roof. I think when I heard that I was going to be at this ceremony with the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, I knew that I had a bit of an advantage. This is a very, very sturdy building, and it takes some raising of the roof. But the fact that we're packed to the rafters today in a way that I don't think I've quite ever seen before, I think we've got a reasonable chance. The other thing is, it's quite good to try and shake it to its foundations as well. And you'll find that stamping your feet very, very loudly has a really good effect in this particular auditorium. There's a brilliant group down here that we're really setting the tone. So I think if we can match them, all of us together, then we really are going to raise the roof. So please join with me in celebrating all of your successes today and the success of the university. Congratulations.
not going to declare a winner. I'll be eaten alive by at least one group of deans if I try to do that, but that was fantastic. Thank you so much. I call upon Dr. Alison McFadden to present the honorary graduate for the degree of Doctor of Laws.
Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, Helen Jones. Helen is an outstanding individual who has contributed to human rights and tackling inequities. Her enthusiasm, skills, and passion for justice are evident in her work with Gypsy and Traveller people, one of the most marginalised and disadvantaged groups in the UK. Helen is a shining example of the University of Dundee's mission to transform lives. Helen is also pivotal to research in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. However, to really appreciate Helen's achievements, we need to know a little about her life's journey over the past 30 years. I think Helen would agree that it was an inauspicious start. She left school at 16 and, in her own words, spent a few years hippieing around the country doing casual farm work, which is when she first met Gypsy and Irish Traveller people. A shocking and formative experience was when Helen witnessed racist insults being used by her hippie friends towards a Gypsy family. Consequently, Helen spent more time with Gypsy people, working in the fields to support her family. From Gypsy people, she learned how to work hard and developed admiration for the way that families worked and spent time together. After some time, she married into a Gypsy family and her education took another turn. By the time Helen left the Midlands, nearly 20 years after she first went hop picking, a lot had changed for Gypsies and travellers. Travelling families were no longer welcomed as regular visitors. There was no longer appreciation for low-cost maintenance or small goods supplied, nor were there opportunities for employment and temporary accommodation for families expert at bringing in seasonal crops. Helen returned to Yorkshire in need of a job, but with skills and qualifications for working in the hop yards and apple orchards. She hadn't thought that her time spent with Gypsy people would have left her with anything much other than her lovely son. But she found employment as the first worker of a new organisation for travellers in Leeds, Leeds Gypsy and Traveller Exchange, abbreviated to Leeds Gate. The organisation didn't exist. It had to be built from scratch. The irony was not lost on Helen that after many years learning from Gypsy people how to knock on other people's doors, she was now knocking on their doors. Helen used her familiarity with Gypsies and travellers, her personal integrity, to build alliances with individuals and families. Helen's respectful relationship to Gypsy people helped ensure that Leedsgate was led by its members from the outset. Under Helen's leadership, Leedsgate has transformed from delivering grassroots projects to becoming a nationally recognised voice and policy influencer for Gypsy and traveller communities. It would take far too long to tell you about everything Leedsgate has achieved under Helen's leadership, so I'm just going to mention a couple. In 2005, Leedsgate members carried out a community census that shockingly found an average life expectancy of just 5 years, compared to the general life expectancy in Leeds of 78 years. This got the attention of the local health authority. Secondly, Leedsgate have developed negotiated stopping, a new approach to managing roadside encampments by Gypsy and traveller people. The new approach is based on dialogue and negotiation, instead of resorting immediately to legal means to move people on, an approach that Leeds City Council estimates saves them £2,000 a week. In 2016, Leedsgate was regional winner and national runner-up in the Lloyds Bank Foundation Impact Awards for their negotiated stopping work. In Dundee, we are honoured and privileged to work with Helen and Leedsgate on research exploring trust between health services and gypsy and traveller people. Graduands, Helen Jones is an inspirational leader and a role model for all of us who are committed to improving health and well-being and to transforming lives. She has demonstrated personal skills of integrity, resilience, and tenacity in influencing policy to make a difference to the lives of the gypsy and travelling communities. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to invite you to confer upon Helen Jones the degree of Doctor of Laws.
By the authority of the Senate, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws. Would you like to address the audience?
Hello, everybody. I want to congratulate all of the graduates here. The sheer volume of commitment and effort represented by this morning's ceremony is really impressive to me. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, Dr. McFadden, and the University for the incredible honour that I feel being here. Though I've worked hard in my life, I've not been through the rigours and scrutiny of university study, and therefore I'm inclined to feel that I'm here by mistake. Indeed, if I can be honest, the knowledge of this award has led me through quite a struggle with my self-perception, which I'll go on to explain why. I want to thank my partner, Chris Bones. His care for me and respect for my work. And respect for my work has undoubtedly enabled it. I need to thank my children too. Not least because although my work put food on the table, the flip side of passion and commitment might be obsession and tunnel vision. And I've been privileged to work with brilliant colleagues at Leedsgate, from whom I've learned a great deal. Foremost, however, I need to acknowledge the support and generosity of those gypsy and traveller people who've worked with me to create and develop our organisation during the past 15 years. The study Alison mentioned found an average life expectancy of 50 years of age compared to the local average of 78 for our members. One of the lead researchers on this 2005 study was a local Irish traveller woman, Eileen Lowther, who was herself 50 at that time. Eileen had been one of the first people to welcome me into her home. She went on to become chair of our executive board, but stepped back in 2012 when her daughter Kathleen, who had been a youth worker at Gate, died of cancer, leaving 3 children at just 33. However, we weren't about to let Eileen go, and so in recognition of her importance to the organisation, Eileen was made lifetime president. By the time I knew that I was to receive this honorary degree, we knew that Eileen had cancer also. She died at age 62 just a few weeks ago. I've struggled a great deal with knowing that whilst I would stand here today, this woman who put so much into our work and whose lifetime of achievements I admire so much is laying in her box. She should be here and not I, or at least that has been my belief. So, how have I come to accept the award? In thinking and talking to my friends and colleagues, I've come to realise that none of us here today have made our achievements happen by our own effort alone. Every one of us needs help and support to be the best that we can be. We can be proud of the work that we've done, and I am, and you should be. But as humans, we can achieve nothing without collaborating, and at least sometimes by asking for help. I'm such a lucky person to have had help from many people like Eileen, people who, despite the great stresses of their own lives, despite daily derision and injustice experienced by people from excluded minorities, somehow they've managed to risk effort they don't have to spare by investing in someone or something that might achieve nothing. Although they're not visible here today, I am truly standing here on the shoulders of giants. In speaking today, I was invited to say something encouraging. But by virtue of the awards you've received, I know that you're brilliant already. What can I say? You've achieved something that I probably never will. As you've heard, I didn't go to university, but instead ran away to be a travelling hippie. I think the reason why is this. I didn't, at that time, believe in my own intelligence as a thing of value worth investing, because I didn't recognise myself as a thing of value. As a child of what was then still shameful, divorced parents, what they called a broken home, a girl from Wales cast as an incomer into Yorkshire, I was and felt myself to be an outsider. I thought the inside was where the real people were. I utterly failed to recognise, accept and protect my own value. So I want to say this, especially to anyone who feels themselves to be an outsider. Have confidence. Practice it as a habit. When you get that good feeling inside because you like something or care about it, have confidence in it. When you know you've done a good job of something, own it. Provided that you are recognising the help and support, gifts and privileges that you have, this is not arrogance. Don't beat yourself down. Have confidence in your confidence. We must choose friends and mentors to help us do this. If a person doesn't value you or the things you care about, don't take it to mean that you or your work are not valuable. Take it to mean that you're in the wrong company. Stick with that good inside feeling. Have patience and be confident that the more you do your good work, like me, the right company will find you. Good luck. Thank you.
Helen, you're an insider now. You're part of our community and we're very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now we're coming towards the end of this ceremony. We're very fortunate to have this great auditorium in which to hold our graduation ceremonies. It's very much part of the atmosphere. And that's also, I think, symbolises the very close relationship that exists between the university and this great city of Dundee. And that's also symbolised by the presence of one of the representatives of the council. We're very lucky today to have our Ian Borthwick here with us this morning with his regalia and all of that, our Lord Provost of the city. So I'd like you to give a round of applause to the city of Dundee. And the other person I want to thank is our music director, Graham Stevenson. I'm doing this now because Graham usually has to run off in order to play the organ as we leave the ceremony, and also because he's very shy and doesn't like to be thanked. But Graham creates these wonderful arrangements that the choir put together, and often great and amusing words that somehow, I think, very much sum up the mood of graduation here at Dundee. I hope I haven't given you too big a build-up that you can't live up to. But we close this ceremony, as all ceremonies, with the choir. Thank you.
Stem, bones, stem, bones, stem, dry bones, and hear the word of the Lord. Stem, bones, stem, dry bones, stem, bones, stem, bones, stem, dry bones, stem, bones, stem, bones, stem, dry bones, now hear the word of the Lord. Ezekiel cried, dry bones, Ezekiel cried, dry bones, Ezekiel cried, dry bones, now hear the word of the Lord. That holy man cried, dry bones, he cried aloud, and dry bones, Ezekiel cried, and dry bones, now hear the word of the Lord. Yeah! The toe bone's connected to the foot. It's connected to the foot bone. Connected to the heel. That's connected to the heel bone. Connected to the heel to the ankle. And that's the one my Lord. Connected to the leg bone. The leg bone's connected to the knee bone. The knee bone's connected to the thigh bone. And that's the word of the Lord. Stem, bone, stem, dry bone, stem, bone, stem, bone, stem, dry bone, stem, bone, stem, bone, stem, dry bones. Now hear the word of the Lord. The thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. The hip bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone's connected to the shoulder bone. The shoulder bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the head bone. The head bone. The head bone. Oh Lord, them dry, dry bones.
I think they lived up to their reputation. I declare this ceremony closed. Would you please be upstanding?